What's going on, everybody? My name is King Z, and welcome back to episode 3 here on KingZee's Empire. If you guys are brand new, welcome, and if it's your second or third time back, thank you guys for joining me once again. Today's episode is going to be a fun one, I think, as far as tools go, because I've been needing some tools. I know you guys have been seeing that I've been running out of iron tools. Let me get these. This is really all I got left for iron right here. I have nothing left. I can't even make boots. I decided to make 2 hoppers. Oh, I do have enough for... No, I don't. I need 4. I lied. We have 3 iron ingots and we have 2 hoppers. I was planning on making a little chicken farm today, but I don't even have enough iron for that, so that kind of shot that out the ideas hole. If you guys can already see, we have some materials. I'm gonna be doing some enchanting today. I got some enchanting books here that I can use if I don't get any cool enchants. I have 71 levels. I think that's plenty for us to get started on building a good tool base. So I'm gonna try and enchant some cool stuff. We'll see what we get, but I'm not really expecting a whole lot. This is our enchanting area, by the way. I'm gonna be making it look a little bit better later on once we go to the nether. I think I might want to go there today, just at least open up a portal and get some glowstone, because I want to get rid of some of the torch spamming that goes on around here. And now that I got a Fortune 3 over here, we can kind of see what we get. So let's go ahead and take all these guys, all these diamond tools, maybe even these ones. I got enough levels to enchant some of these guys. So let's see what we get. We need some of this guy, some lapis. Let's get started here. So lapis in the hole. What do we get? Efficiency 4, efficiency 3. So I don't know if we're gonna be using that. I definitely want some unbreaking. Efficiency 4. Are the shovels in the or not the shovels, but the efficiency? Okay, so it's efficiency 4 no matter what, right? Right. Looting 3. I got a looting 3 book, and I don't know if I want to waste it. I want to get some unbreaking going on with these bad boys, and that's going to be the same, right? Efficiency, yeah. Let's waste it on this one. See what we get. I mean, worst comes to worst, so we can, oh, okay. I mean, I don't know why you need Fortune 3 on a shovel, but that works. Let's see what we get over here. Unbreaking 3. Okay, I definitely want to use it on this one, just to... Oh, okay. Fortune 3, efficiency 4, unbreaking 3. That's a really good book. All we need is mending on it, and I do have a mending book over there for this thing. So let's go ahead and put this one over here. So that is officially our Fortune pick. We got Fortune 3 that we could possibly use on some other pick later on down the road, but as of yet, I don't have enough diamonds. I mean, I do, but I don't. So let's see what we get here. Let's do this. Fortune 3. Don't want that. Don't want that again. Fortune 3 is going to be Fortune 3 on everything except for the sword. So Unbreaking 3. I think I'm going to have to take it. Fire aspect 2. That's not too bad. So that's a good sword. A decent sword anyways. I mean, these are our first tools anyway. So Unbreaking 3. I think I'm going to have to take it again. Please be efficiency 4. Oh, just unbreaking. All right. Well, I got enough of efficiency, so unbreaking is fine with me. Not too bad. Let's see what our shovel gets us here. Efficiency 4. I will definitely take it. Unbreaking 3. Perfect. Exactly what we wanted. And now a silk touch. That's what I needed. Okay, I got a silk touch book for I think the shovel. Yeah, so I got 2 silk touch books, so that's fine. So we can get efficiency 5 on that pick. With 2 books. We can get efficiency 4 right away, but at least we got efficiency, or Unbreaking 3. That's exactly what I wanted. Unbreaking 3. Did I enchant this one? Okay, we need to see what we get for an axe. Silk touch. I mean, I don't really want silk touch on my axe. I've already enchanted both of these, so it's not really great. Let's see what we get on just this guy right here. We can do a... Oh, actually, let's not waste one. I got 3 diamonds. Let's go ahead and just make another pick and have a silk touch pick that we could use later on. I can get some other stuff for it later, so let's just do this. Since I don't want to waste the enchant of silk touch, says it doesn't really come up that often as far as I'm aware. I'm sure it comes up a decent amount when you got a ton of levels, ton of diamonds, all that stuff. But as far as I'm concerned, this is a fairly good efficiency 4. So yeah, all we need is unbreaking. I got a book for that. So we got pretty decent picks here, and I got a Fortune 3 over there. So now we just need this guy here. I was really hoping for unbreaking 3, but I can fish one out of the AFK Fisher eventually. Let's see what we get. Okay, so we can combine those 2 and make an efficiency 5 unbreaking 3 diamond axe. So that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Kind of want to see what else we could get. Unbreaking 3. Dang it. All right, so maybe we can go mine some diamonds and get some more stuff. But those are pretty good tools if you ask me. We do have Fortune 3, which I'm going to be using. I'm going to put this thing on right now, so let's do that real quick. Let's get this pick in here. We got to name these guys later on, but I'm not going to name them just yet. I kind of want to play with them a little bit. Which one's the Fortune? So that's Fortune. And then we'll go ahead and put the mending on there. It costs 2. It's not too bad. Efficiency 4, Unbreaking 3, Fortune 3, mending. That is awesome. Oh my god, you scared me, dude. That horse is just getting in my face. So what else do we need? So we got that one set. I think this one is fine. I think I have what? sharpness 5, and I had a looting 3. So let's go ahead and do these 2 for the sword. And then for this guy, I wanted to do silk touch. We do have a silk touch and unbreaking, and this was all going to be used. Let's just do this sword real quick. I'm gonna go mining with the silk touch pick and see if I want to switch it up, maybe have something a little bit better. So that works perfect. And then what was this? Flame? Looting 3, that's what I wanted. Looting 3, fire aspect 2, sharpness 4. That is sharpness 5. It's all good. Sharpness 4 and unbreaking 3. That's a pretty good sword. And there goes our anvil. So we'll probably go with the unbreaking just to go mining out some stuff, and then we'll come back and kind of figure out what we're gonna do. I definitely want to. This is unbreaking fortune though, so we might take this and just worry about getting some more levels, some more iron and stuff like that, and then we'll come back and see if I can't combine a few more books to make our tool sets just that much more awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can't do in a mining session, and we'll get back to this stuff. Alright guys, so that was probably the quickest little mining expedition that I've done in quite a while. I've been using iron tools, so I haven't used any enchants on them either. So going from iron tools to fully enchanted diamond tools has been pretty awesome. 10 minutes and I got all of this loot. We got 18 diamonds, all the iron ore we need to make our anvil to upgrade this pick to have efficiency 5, I'm thinking, and then unbreaking 3 with this book and this book. So we're gonna use these 2 books on that once we get some of this iron smelted, make our anvil, and go ahead and make this our main pick to use for mining and building, for that matter. So we got all of the iron smelted. Now let's make ourselves our anvil. So I need 3 of these bad boys. 1, 2, 3. Get all this stuff. So we'll go brown, 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 just like that. And then there we go. Anvil made. Let's go ahead and just set it. Let's set it right there for now. So we need the unbreaking 3 and the efficiency. Let's go ahead and put this guy in here. It shouldn't cost us. I mean, we've got 38 levels, so it's not going to cost us crazy. So efficiency 5, silk touch, awesome. And then we go efficiency 5, silk touch, unbreaking 3. That is our main pick right there now. So I thought we named this guy Mr. Silky Touches, just so I know which one's which when I just scroll over it just like that. And then Fortune, we're not going to really name. We'll still eventually get these guys better. So we got them breaking on them right now, but I think I want mending on every single one of these. I only got mending on that bad boy right now. So right now, I'm probably going to do some off-camera work. I trapped this guy in here if you guys are wondering why I got the fence gates up. But yeah, I'm probably going to do some off-camera work. I'm going to be working on the pathways a little bit. Oh, hey, working on the pathways a little bit, doing some terraforming, getting a pathway going up to there. And then I'll be right back with you guys. So see you in just a little bit. All right, welcome back everybody. That little bit of work that I thought I was gonna do turned into quite a bit of work actually. So I've been working on this pathway, as you guys can see. I think this is probably one of the best pathways that I've ever made in Minecraft. And it's also one of the first dirt pathways I've tried to make in Minecraft. You're coming down this pathway. We'll kind of start from the bottom here. And you see a little bit more stone in this section right here, just because you're walking up the hill and I want it to be like you're kind of like cutting into the hill, but there's still a lot of dirt. And it wraps around and it blends in fairly well with this area right here. I want it to be a little bit more stone since we got the stone over here, kind of blending in and out into the little hillside. I've added a lot of foliage. So I've added the grass blades, the ferns. I've added some small trees, some custom trees right here, which is usually not my thing, but these trees have been coming out pretty well for me, if I do say so myself. Let me know what you guys think of the pathway, the trees, and all that stuff. This is custom trees. I got another custom tree over there we'll check out in a second, but I've added this little light post. It's kind of just adds a little bit more character to the area, in my opinion. Some rock formations, which are really nice. I've added some podzol underneath actually all of the trees I think I did. Yeah, pretty much. Added some podzol just to act like pine needles have fallen, maybe sticks and twigs are being down on the ground. And the pathway, like I said, I've added some life to it by adding some foliage in here, some ferns, some grass. The podzol obviously adds a lot to it. And if you come down here, you can see what I'm talking about. It's like night and day between this pathway and this one. This looks really flat compared to this one over here. So it's another little tip. Try to find a way to make it pop out. Have your pathways that are flat, just add a little bit more something to them, whether it's grass, whether it's buttons for stones, something. Just add something in there. Maybe like you have a rock formation pop out right there on the side, just to add a little bit of character. Because you guys can see right here, there's a lot of texture in this pathway, but it doesn't become alive until I start adding some of the greenery around here, which I think adds a lot to the pathway. Up here is probably the best tree that I've made so far, ever, period. Bar none. The best tree that I've made. I really like this tree. You can't really get a good sense of it here, but when you go over on this side, I didn't notice this until I was like mining and I came out and I was like, whoa, this tree looks actually really good when you're coming out of here. Look at this. It adds a lot of green right there. It kind of hides the house a little bit, but you can see all the branches coming out on either side, which I think really looks cool. Added the rock formation, also added the podzol up here. I think I need to add a little bit more coarse dirt like underneath some of these trees and stuff like that, just to give it a little bit more. And it's nothing you guys are really going to look at, but I think it just adds a little bit more texture to the world, a little bit more detail. Just like that up there. It's a fallen tree that I added up there. Nothing too big, nothing too crazy. Just something to be like, oh, that's kind of interesting. You know, the world's a little bit more live than you thought. There's stuff going on. Trees are growing, trees are dying. Just trying to add as much detail as I can. And that's something I want to talk about. I think in this series, we can go one of two ways. And I think we can do as much detail as we possibly can in a world, or we can do extremely big builds with not as much detail. And I think doing an extremely big build with not as much detail is kind of copping out on not only you guys as far as the build goes, but it's copping out on myself on like trying to develop building more detailed builds. So I think throughout this whole series, we're going to try to put as much detail in areas as we possibly can without compromising like the structure. So like stuff like this, smaller buildings, I can add a lot of detail and it doesn't really affect the structure because it's not a big build. So like building with a lot of detail on a small build is kind of hard, to be honest, but it's not going to like make the build massive because it's already a small build and I can only really add so much detail. But when we get into building like mountain ranges and stuff, we can add a lot of detail in areas that we're walking through. We obviously can't add like massive amounts of detail everywhere on the mountain, though I'm going to try because I'm going to be crazy about it. But we can also build things like castles. Castles are going to be one thing that I've never really done really well. I've always attempted them and never stuck with them. So we're gonna have to try to stick with a castle build for once. We're gonna add as much detail as we possibly can within reason because we don't want the build to be so huge. Like I don't want a wall that's like 5 deep just to add depth and feel to the build, because the beauty of Minecraft is you can add stuff like this where it gives you the illusion of depth, gives you the illusion of a lot of texture because you can add different blocks together. And that's what the beauty of Minecraft is. We're gonna try to build as much detail as we possibly can and then go from there. I think it's going to work out for us because what I want to do is get better at building for you guys, get better at building for myself, because eventually you guys are going to download this world. I'm going to have a download for you. And when you explore this world, I want you to see something in the distance. Maybe it's huge, maybe it's small, but when you go up to it, I don't want you to be disappointed by a lack of detail. I want it to be like, oh, what's that over in the distance? And you get up to it and it looks even better coming up close to it than you even imagine. So that's my main thing about building in detail, is I want to try to be as hyper detailed as I possibly can in this series, as much as I can, and I don't want to try to overdo it either though. So it's kind of be like a fine line we're walking here, because I know some Minecraft builders, like they build really big things and they don't go like super detailed or add a whole lot of depth. But we're going to try to do something a little different with our builds. We're going to try to build as much depth as possible while building big. Still be able to like try to do it within reason, because eventually I'm going to get quicker at building in detail. I mean, this didn't take me a whole lot of time, to be honest. The trees didn't take me a whole lot of time once I figured out how to do the little technique I found. So we'll get better at building things along the way. This is a kind of a little bit of a spoiler for you guys. I've never really kept a world longer than like a few weeks, to be honest, and my main focus with this YouTube channel is to keep a world as long as possible and kind of grow a passion for building, because I do have a passion for this building stuff, but it never really like pans out for more than a couple weeks. It kind of dies off, and that's another reason I wanted to do a backlog of videos, because if I don't have to rush anything out, I'm not going to get burnt out for you guys, and you guys are still going to be able to see all these awesome builds, and I'm going to be able to grow a passion and have some dedication to this slowly and kind of build my way into it slowly versus jumping into it head first, because that's just something I don't do. I don't have that kind of personality where I can jump into something wholeheartedly and just kill myself for it. I have to build up the motivation to do it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to build up the motivation to it slowly. You guys won't see it. You'll see everything coming out as fast as possible for you guys. So if you guys do enjoy this series, it's going to be fun for you to watch everything kind of get built around this area, around this world pretty extremely quickly is what I'm thinking. But for me, it's going to take some time. For me, it's going to be a little bit slower, and I hope everything comes out beautiful in the end. We're kind of done with that little rant of detail and stuff like that. The thing I want to work on next for this episode is we need to get our ideas down in the world cemented. So I was planning on doing a little bit of like a to-do list right around here, but I tried to build it. I actually built it off camera and was like trying it out here, but it came out terrible. It just mainly blocked all the sight lines from this area, that area, and the house area coming down. So it was just basically a big old eyesore. And I was like, well, maybe I'm not gonna be able to put a to-do list anywhere over here, and I'll just kind of like keep them in my head. But then I was walking by here, still had the idea in my head, and this area for some reason called out to me. It's like, hey, you could build a pretty nice little to-do list right here. And I was like, you're pretty smart. You're right. We could totally fit a little to-do list right there. And I think it's exactly what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna try to dig out some area right here, kind of get a little bit of a structure of what we want to have right here, so I can kind of like build it on camera with you guys, because it's not gonna be a hard build. It's just gonna be like a wall and maybe some parts that kind of jut out a little bit, just to give it a little bit of detail. and then we'll kind of go and figure out some ideas that we want to put on there, mainly for this area because I'm not really sure where I'm going to go next quite yet. I'm pretty sure it's going to be over there into the new kingdom, but I want to get this place set up. I want to get some redstone things going, so when we do head over there, I can have all the materials I possibly need, and this build series can straight up be a build series when we get there. So let's get this to-do list done, and then we'll move on to whatever else I had planned. Like I said, possibly a little nether trip today, at least getting a portal set up. This would be a good spot for a portal too, but I want to set it up somewhere else, maybe even in the mine shaft area. Maybe, yeah, that's actually a good idea. Maybe we'll think about putting it over here. Maybe over here. I got this guy trapped, but we could possibly have this go down somewhere and build ourselves a little bit of a portal room kind of away from everybody else, which I think will be a good idea. So I'm gonna get the to-do list area done. I'm gonna work on maybe planning some area down there possibly, and then we'll get going on that. So I'll see you guys in just a little bit. All right, so I apologize, guys. I've been trying to build this thing for quite a while, and it just wasn't working out over here. I was leaving it at this level, and when I built it, I found out that it was like basically right in line with this, so it kind of looked really weird with this thing next to it, the storage area next to it. So I tried to push it back, and I think it just took way too much away from the hillside. I tried to bring it forward a little bit, and it just cut into the pathway here. So I decided to put it back. Kind of try to make it look the same, and then I came up here for the nether portal area, and again we had the same problem. I dug down. That's why this area looks a little bit different. I dug down quite a ways, tried to position an area where I would have the portal, and then the way I was coming down here just didn't look correct, and so I decided to fill it back up, try to get it back to the way it was, and then I was kind of just looking for a spot to place the to-do list, and I think I found a good one. It's right over here. So we had this spot over here where we're going to have an entrance coming into the area. I'm not sure if I'm going to have one over there as well or not just yet, but I know I'm going to have one coming over here. So I built this guy. This is our new to-do list. It's pretty simple. This is the roof. The backside doesn't look too great. I'm going to add a tree around here so we won't really have to worry about seeing that. I just did an alternating pattern of dark oak strip logs and oak strip logs because I originally had spruce in there or like an oak log, and I just think these actually look a lot better for a wood texture, to be honest. Anywhere like you put them like over there, like look at that. It looks so much better than just having like oak walls or, you know, spruce walls. It just has a better texture to it in my opinion. Pretty easy. 5 tall, put a little arched roof over the top of it and called it good. I originally had these signs on the dark oak, but it just didn't look too good. Once we get some different colored signs in like the 1.14 update, I think they're gonna do it in there. Not totally sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. We'll end up putting some dark oak kind of planks in here. Maybe some spruce actually, because it'll probably look a little bit more on color with these guys. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try to decorate this a little bit more, get the pathway coming around here, and then I'll be right back. I've actually built ourselves a nice little pond. I'm gonna have the pathway wrapping around here, and I thought, what can I put here? I don't really want to put a building because it kind of takes away from this view coming down to the house, even coming out this way in the storage area. Kind of would take away from seeing the lands over there, and the same with coming down here. I wouldn't be able to see up towards this way or even past there to see what other buildings are around. So I decided to make this thing wrap around here when I initially got here. I didn't know what I would put here, maybe an animal pen or something like that, but I thought this is like a perfect spot for a little pond, a little dock. Got ourselves a little light source right there. We got some 2 tall ferns, which I've added pretty much everywhere because I totally forgot you can make 2 tall ferns. So I've added them pretty much everywhere along with these little small ferns. Makes the place look a whole lot more alive. Dropped this down, added some sugar cane, some wheat, some grass, some ferns obviously, and then this tilled dirt just to make it look a little bit more muddy. Lily pads and some fishies. Had some fishies. This is supposed to be like a little cave for them to like swim into, but they don't really like it too much. So I guess it's kind of our little secret cave. Maybe we'll put something down there later on. And then I've added this little bush here to kind of just break up the texture a little bit of this area. Coming around here, kind of give us a little barrier not to fall in. But I think it came out really well. Obviously, I still got some more work to do up here. Figure out what I want to do here. I need to figure out where I'm going to put these farmlands still. But that's no biggie. We'll figure that out eventually. But let me know what you guys think about this. I really like how this came out. I really do want to see what you guys think of this area. I've had a lot of fun building it so far. It's been a lot of fun. We've got our pond set up. We got a few pathways. We got our to-do list, which I've actually written a few things down on there. So if, next episode, I'll show you guys what we have planned. I've been doing a little bit of off-camera work, trying to prepare for the next episodes and what we're going to build. I think that's going to be the end of the episode. If you guys stuck around the whole way through, even through that little detail rant that I had, I apologize for that if you guys didn't enjoy that. It's not going to be like that all the time. We're going to be doing a lot more building in the series once I get established with tools, redstone stuff. If you're brand new, remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, guys. If you guys have been sticking around for the past 3 episodes, then I do appreciate it, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time here on the Empire. My name is KingZ, and I'll see you all later.